Welcome to alternate history made by yours truly. Remember, this was supposed to be on a map that I created by myself. In the end, it wasn't because I lost the map and I'd only done one episode, and I'm too lazy to make a new map. So for this reason, world map, alternate history, the classic. Now, I already know where this is all going to start at. So, of course, in our reality, this all started in over this area where modern Iran is. I think it's Iran or Iraq, I forget. I always mix the two up. Anyways, they stay along this general area, kind of like this, and follow the Nile. They follow the Nile down over here. Staying near where the Nile is at, because everything else is seemingly barren wasteland. They also stay along the coast right here, and then go on to colonize all of Suez. The Suez Peninsula, I believe, is called. One part I forgot to record is the fact that, similar to the series that this is based around by a YouTuber named AdasPro, I wanted to have gray areas for undiscovered areas and white areas for discovered areas. Of course, as you just saw, the map started out as completely white, but something I forgot to record was making everything a gray color. So, just imagine that I made this all gray color. Just like that, we can now begin. Furthermore, right here we see the first civilization in all of its glory, which exists, I guess. And, of course, they are going to try to follow the path of the Nile River. So they're going to do is that, follow the path of the Nile while also exploring areas over here. After that, they're going to expand once again. Of course, following the path of the Nile, of course. So, general area like this. And then we're going to expand over here and take out the coastline right here. Just like that. And then you're going to start an overseas colony over here, which they're quickly going to connect to. From here, they decide to go on expeditions exploring up here, where they find something very important. And when I mean very important, I mean game-changing for them. What they go on to find is a completely new civilization that they previously did not know of. What did I say when what did you think I meant when I said that this was game-changing? They also find a bunch of the islands over here, which eventually leads them to discover over here. And just like that, this is all they've conquered, and this is the real world. It may seem large, but it really ain't. And remember, this is like early on in human civilization. And if you know anything about early on in human civilization, you will know it is difficult to rapidly expand and stay stable. So of course, it's going to be the first breakaway of many countries that will come. We have a pink country forming over here. And an orange country over here. This orange country goes on to begin to expand. And explore. And they also go on to explore. They go on to explore while also expanding a little bit. Just like that, this is a new map. Very nice. Now the Americas. The Americas. I'm gonna have a completely separate series documenting the history about the Americas that will go on same time as this. First episode will take place during the third episode of the main series, and any changes over here will be noticeable, by the way. You can see them when scrolled out, however they will remain blacked out to show that the Europeans have not discovered them. Speaking of the Europeans, well, actually, not speaking of the Europeans, because they haven't been discovered yet, but what does end up happening is another breakaway. This breakaway goes on to help discover more over here. Then they stop when they discover a desert. Very not nice, you know. Deserts are not very comfortable, if you know what I mean. They go on to expand down here, taking all this in. This is what real rapid expansion will do for you. Third country will not learn their lesson however, and they will continue to expand later on in history, but right now we don't care about that. What we do care about is these guys, because right now they feel like expanding. Expanding they shall. Taking what is mostly modern Turkey. Very delicious. I love myself some turkey, especially during Thanksgiving. They also have some expeditions going in to explore Europe, and they go pretty successful to discover areas over here, Italian Peninsula, but they cannot fund more explorations over there, so they must stay like that. In fact, people don't even document what they saw in Italy, so therefore it's not going to be important. What is going to be important is discovery. The discovery of countries over here. And just like that, this right here is the known world. Nice. Got some countries over here, and then up here. Yeah. Meanwhile, over here, China. China is going to not be discovered by the Europeans, but will be final, because they will eventually meet up at one point in time. It's a Chinese form. Chinese form. And they act like the Chinese. No, they don't. They, for the most part, are just settling on the coast with the intent of making a successful civilization. They don't want warfare or anything like that. In fact, more than anything, they're going to be the opposite of the Chinese we have in the real world. Which will actually be fairly nice. Be more American than anything. Just like that, China is formed. So these are our countries, not very many, and not very few. But I'm kidding, there are only 5 countries. There are very, very few. people aren't going to discover about Cyprus until next episode. I'll keep that in mind, don't worry, I won't forget, unlike other things, such as likely the whole thing in the Americas. I'll probably forget that, but that is not important. What is important? More expansion. They encounter a desert. That's shocking. This is desert that people only rumored about, not encountered. Now they encounter it, and now they have to come up here and explore over here. Back over here. A couple more attempts of exploration over here, but nothing much. Nothing great. Really small civilization forming over here. I gotta stop talking this weird accent. Yeah. Nice small civilization appears over here. Goes on to discover over here, eventually meeting up these guys over there. They don't go much farther. They kind of just want to stay on that island over there. So yeah, now this is our map. One more country to add to the mix. Very nice. Down here, the orange team is going to come in, take that. Pink team is going to go along with this, come in, take that. Then there's going to be a first border dispute in history. Yes, that's right, we got a border dispute. Those are the disputed borders. For a long time, long time, these countries are going to argue over these borders. We'll see where that goes in episode 2. I already know where it's going to go in the back of my head, though. So what else is going to happen? Well, we can try and expand over here. It really seems like there's a lot of good stuff over here that people can use. Rivers and stuff that people have claimed exist over here. So they're going to begin expanding. And they're going to have multiple voyages. And they're going to have multiple voyages going out over here. And they're going to stop over here. And they're not going to go over there anymore. They're going to start moving downwards. Seeing what they missed. We then come over here and explore this area. Stepping all that. And now this is the border of the area explored. Which really, if you scroll up, it's not much. People are going to attempt to explore down here, but to no avail. They're going to, however, explore over here, and that will be very delicious. Why the heck did I say delicious? I don't know. Explore some areas over there. But otherwise, they stop exploring over there. So what are they going to do? Try and explore over here. Uh-oh, mountain range. Don't get very far, do they? And I mean, of course they won't. There's a mountain range right there. So, they're not going to go up there. Yeah, up here, it's not going to be explored for a long time. Not until people get into the European plain, or whatever it's called over here. actually, purple country right here has access to this, which gives them an advantage and a disadvantage. It's debatable, but that's not a me problem. Orange country, just gonna come over here, take the rest of everything over here. Gonna take over here, there. And they're going to go over here, explore a little bit. Some people are gonna realize, hey, stick to the coast, and stick to the coast that you shall. There's a long expedition over here. It goes very nicely. Very nicely. That's debatable, actually. But that's for you guys to decide if it went nicely or not. I'm just gonna scroll into there and say I missed that, and then remember about the dual border dispute, showing you how bad my memory is. Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is, for the most part, a very empty island. Very, very empty. So people are gonna wander off over here, come over here, down here, and start a civilization right here. This right here is like the land they discover. Civilization itself looks like this. That is the civilization, and now if we scroll out, you can see the world we have developed. You can see very quickly that some areas have been discovered already. China has been inhabited. Over here, a small civilization. Sri Lanka. I have big plans for you, Sri Lanka. Big plans. The Niles have been colonized. Of course, we have a border dispute. The African countries always getting into those, always getting to wars, always getting to all this kind of stuff. It doesn't surprise me that they're getting into another border dispute this early on in history. Come on, Africa, get better. So here is our world map. Remember, episode 3 will also mark the beginning of a new series about the Americas. The chaos going on over here. Over here. I already got big plans for these guys. Big plans, big plans. They're not that big of plans, but that doesn't matter. What does matter is that this video is coming to an end. You guys didn't enjoy? Hit the like button. So it's gonna end this right here. We have all of our countries, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 countries on day 1, with large parts of over here, Caucasus region, the Baltics being discovered. I'm surprised people haven't discovered Cyprus, but as I said, it'll be discovered in either episode 2 or 3. The Nile has been completely colonized, and you can see what I meant by alternate history. I really did mean alternate, where we don't come from modern day Iran. And over here, we come from the Nile. You ever thought that would happen? Neither did I. I don't think it could happen, but in this timeline, I control it. So it starts in the Nile. And this right here is the finishing world map. And with that, I shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye.